Hi, I'm Kathleen with Windy Chaos, and I am a digital planner shop on Etsy. And I come from the paper world of stickers with paper planners. And I had a great little shop for about 5 years, and then life kind of threw a loop at me, and I ended up being the full-time caregiver for my mom, and that meant having to kind of give up on doing paper stickers that way. But eventually I found digital planning and my favorite digital planning system with the Breezy organization. And I just knew I had to make my own sticker kits because it's just so much fun. The design process was always my favorite part of having a paper sticker kit. And now we have Windy Chaos, which is just so much fun too. And I hope you'll enjoy some of the fun things that we're doing here. So I'm given the big kits the name of Whirligig and little small kits the names of Wee Whispers. And so this is one of the bigger kits. It's a Whirligig and it's all about canning season. So, if you're like me and your garden has had any type of success, you're probably being overrun with vegetables the way I am being overrun with vegetables. It's kind of crazy around here right now. And so I thought this would be a fun kit idea and one that I haven't really seen out there much. But right now, my world is revolving around vegetables for sure. And I threw in some fun little wildflowers as well. So for me, it's always about the clip art, and I love being able to work side by side when I'm planning. So I'll do like 2/3 of my screen. I'll split the screen with Zoom Notes and with GoodNotes. And with GoodNotes, I have the sticker book right there. And then Zoom Notes, I just drag things over and it works really well for me. You can do GoodNotes and GoodNotes in a split screen as well. I just love the versatility of Zoom Notes and all the things that I can do with that over and above what I can do in GoodNotes. So let's take a look at this charming, charming clip art. So here we've got some apples. It's not apple season yet, but I do love to make applesauce and can it. And then here are some of the wildflowers. They're kind of a cosmos and Queen Anne's lace, which is some people call it wild carrot, but Queen Anne's lace just sounds so much more romantic. And then we have some like old-fashioned roses and the big canning pot and a little text element. Canning is my jam. And here's another little text element of I sure can. And we've got these little ball jars filled with green beans and peaches. I just finished doing a whole bunch of peaches yesterday. And strawberry jam, which I didn't get to do any strawberries this year, but I do have some still growing. And then this one is kind of interesting. So at the bottom here, you'll see that I have like different fruits and veg. So we've got some tomatoes and green beans and strawberries and peaches. But I drew this trug, a garden trug, and I made it into two parts to where if you lay some of these veggies or even some of the flowers in the trug, then you can take the topper and put it over and it'll look like the things are laying inside the trug. So I can't really show you this way, but I'll show you on the mock-up how it looks. So basically you kind of make a sandwich where you've got the basket at the back, all your veggies, and then this kind of half a basket on the top. And it gives you the illusion that they're laying inside the basket. And here we have some ball jars and a canning lid and ring and a little tea towel. And then we have another ball jar and some more of the roses, a really pretty working bowl. And then this little wooden shelf, which just works great for a lot of different things. I could just see myself using this in a million different spreads. And we have two little cute text things. Every time a lid pings, an angel gets their wings. Isn't that the happiest sound if you're canning? Is hearing that lid ping. You know you made a seal. And love comes from a canning jar. All right. Now let's jump into the shapes. So these are going to look pretty familiar to you if you're a Breezy organization fan like I am. And that means all of the widgets from that particular shop will work in these as well. I just love them. I think they're so fun. Um, so I've changed up a bit on how I'm doing the larger kits so that there is still some deco in them, but by and large, you can use these shapes in any spread that the color way works for you. So you're not limited now to all of these just being canning. You can use this green anytime. Actually, this is a really fun colorway that you could use. I see this being fabulous for spring, actually. So let's jump into, I call these capsules, and I call these chubby, and I call these notepads. These look really, really good when you're dealing with, if you just want to make a list, have some lines with one of the widgets, they're super. And then these are what I call skinny, and they're fabulous for appointment labels. And then we have squarish, again, really great. Tallish, I love these for time blocking. And then we have the ones with the deco. So we've got a capsule that's got the ball jar, and then we've got the square with the tomatoes, a little bit of Queen Anne's lace on one of the tallish, and then we've got more of the mason jars with the lids and such, and the tea towel. And then I took a couple of the notepads and made those into sayings. One of them is grab your balls, it's canning season, which is kind of funny. And then, because everybody has ball jars for sure. And then everything tastes better in a mason jar. There we go. And then layout shapes are just these easy, easy tools for doing quick layouts where you just are, especially when you're doing your weekly planning. So this is two sets that do seven. They have seven shapes in that set. So you've just got the regular bars, and then you have circles and bars together. And then these are in two sets of four. So the reason I have it tilted is so that you can see that you can manipulate this any old way you want um, to make it work for your planning purposes. And then each kit I try to give a unique shape to that matches the theme. And so in this one, it's this cute little jar shape. It's a little bit opaque, but it's still quite transparent. So it looks really, really cute in a layout. And then you got circles, hexagons, little plaques, shingles, squares, and trapezoids. And then you also get each of those shapes as a single shape too, especially if you like to use them like in your dailies where you don't need seven of them and it's kind of a pain to have to crop them down. You can have them as single shapes too. Or if you're using Zoom Notes and you just want to change the color on one of them. It's really fun. Okay, and then we have patterns. So that's one of the fun things about the larger kits is I do some patterns for you that kind of match. And in this one, we have this really pretty blue plaid with the little flower motif in the middle. I think it just looks like the most charming little tablecloth for a country kitchen. There you go. And then we have this really fun one with the jars and the lids and rings. And then we have this one with the sweet little flowers. They just look so cheerful, kind of a 1940s print. And then this one is just a fun little geographic geometric, I'm sorry, geometric shape, an irregular, almost like it was sponged, you know. It's really cute. And then I take the same patterns. I didn't do all of them because the jars and rings didn't quite look right. But I did take this one and I took away the background and I stripped out the color. And so you can see how you can use this as a very subtle background if you want. Same thing with the flowers and then with the sponges. So if you're looking for some just light texture, they're really nice. And then taking the same patterns and making them into washi strips. You've got three different sizes here. You've got skinny, wide, and then just some little look like they're torn strips. And then frames. So two of them have patterns and two of them have the solid colors. All right. And then with your date items, you get two sets, one that works on a light background, one that works on a dark background. I did the little canning jars here, and it's just really, really cute. I also included in this kit for the first time some little corners in the colorway so that if you wanted to use cover up the dates in your planner, that's a really easy thing to do. And the jars look really cute in it um, that way. There you go. And then let's look at a mock-up. Two mock-ups actually. Both of these are in Breezy Organization um, planners. They're the fully customizable ones. That's my favorite. I just love it. It just gives the ultimate freedom of doing whatever you want every single week and even every single day. Just depending on what you like to do in your planning style. So I have it in landscape and I have it in portrait. I just love how this turned out. But here you see the little jars, and I used the little shelf, and then pop the days of the week on the shelf, and then we have the big canning kettle and the jar of peaches down there, and I just think it's really, really cute. And I did mix a lot of the patterns on this, and that might be way busy for most people, but I just thought it was kind of fun. And then you could pop a picture behind either of those frames of your canning adventure, and you've got a sweet little journal of the week. There we go. And then this one, I used the little dated jars and I just used the arches and turned them on their side. And then I put some of those florals in the background. I used the curved days of the week. And then here's where I was talking about with the tomatoes look like they're inside the trug because I kind of created that sandwich with the that basket in the background, popped a couple of the sets of tomatoes in, and then putting that piece on the top covers up the parts that you wouldn't see if it was inside a basket. So I hope it makes sense to you now why there's those two parts. But I think it turned out really cute and very realistic looking. So there we go. So here's just a couple of little items to follow up with how it works. When you purchase a kit from Etsy, you'll get a download PDF file and it'll contain a couple of links. One of them will be to the kit folder where you'll find a GoodNotes file and you'll find another folder in there with all the PNGs. The PNGs files have been named and they're all organized into subfolders as well. Um, Now, I'm using an iPad and GoodNotes and Zoom Notes for my planning, but you can use this also on another type of tablet, such as an Android tablet. And there are a lot of other really great note taking or PDF annotating programs out there like Penly or Notability or Zodo. So don't worry if you're not an iPad and GoodNotes user, you can use this. You'll want to also have a stylus of some kind, either an Apple Pencil or like the S Pen that Samsung uses. So it's lots of good stuff. And then all the purchases also receive a link to the Windy Chaos Library, and that's just provided as a huge thank you to my customers. You'll find different items such as widgets, fun sayings, planner words in white and gray, and in different fonts. And I just have lots of plans for loads more. I'm trying to add to it monthly, but I will tell you, July kind of kicked my bottom and I have not gotten something new in there for a little bit. So hopefully I will get a little break in the action here soon and be able to load up a few more fun things in there. But please stay tuned. It's going to be a really great resource as over time as more and more gets added to it. And I hope you find this kit and the others I'm offering a great value. I'm not here to critique anyone else's business model. In fact, I've been working full time for a lot of years at very part time pay. So, who am I to say anything about what other creators are charging, whether it's too much or too little? I'm just hoping that you find that these designs are beautiful and that they work well in your planner and that you received a good bargain. This particular kit has close to 200 stickers in it. And I just really appreciate you watching this whole video. Please tune in and come back for more. I have some very big plans for the channel and for the Etsy shop. So hang in there with me. It's definitely not as fast track. I'm not churning out tons and tons of kits every single week, but I hope what I do come up with is fun and unique and makes you happy and puts a smile on your face. Thank you again so much for watching, and hopefully we'll be seeing you again soon. Take care.